What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay in the building. We is back again with another video. We got the SWAC championship this weekend. Jackson State versus Southern. We got the Boombox Classic Part 2. I don't know how often this happens, but sheesh, it's gonna be a crazy one. So we have two videos, of course. We're gonna hear what Coach Prime has to say leading up to this week, and then next video we're gonna hear what Coach Dooley has to say about it. So without further ado, man, you already know what time it is. Finna go ahead and get this thing started. Let's hear what Coach Prime had to say, man. Let's get started.
Doing great, Coach. We sincerely appreciate your time and what we know is extremely busy.
Yes, sir.
Team. Coach, if you could please start us out with an opening statement previewing your upcoming matchup against Southern in the SWAC championship game.
First and foremost, I'm excited about the matchup. They're well coached. I have the utmost respect for their coach. He's doing a wonderful job. I'm just hearing statistics on the defense, with leading the nation with sacks and touchdowns, defensive touchdowns. That is unbelievable, and the nation needs to know about that because that is a feat in itself, and it shows you the consistency and the coaching talent and the players that they have.
They got some dogs on that
we're
defense.
Excited for this opportunity. We're excited to put our offense on display once again. Our defense, which has been playing lights out, our kicking game, our kickers who don't miss the punting game. We're excited, and to really have this influx of economics into our city once again is going to be unbelievable. Everyone is going to win in some sort of fashion, except for one team on the field this week. But I think it's truly a blessing to have the championship here, and it's really a rivalry type game. So I appreciate it. I look forward to it. I can't wait. I anticipate it.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Charles Bishop.
Coach, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
I wanted to ask, and I know you've answered this before because you like to maintain the continuity, but does not having a weekend off, essentially a bye week this past weekend, does it not help the team with regards to the overall team health? This team has been going for about 7 weeks straight now.
No, I've never seen someone say, "Oh my God, I played so much better with the bye week." No, I don't coach better with a bye week. I coach better just with a good defense and a good offense.
Sure, no doubt.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know why we have bye weeks. Sometimes it helps with injuries and all that. Give guys
there you go, right there.
But we don't want to rest, man. We've been resting all summer, all winter, all spring, man. We ready to get down.
A quick follow-up, and you mentioned the anticipated crowd, the economic boost to the city, but your overall thoughts with regards to Jackson putting on a show again for the SWAC championship?
I don't know about the show. You can't put on a show unless you win the game.
I still put on a show and lose.
And thoughtful that it's no crime, there's no murders, there's none idiotic that takes away from the goodness of this moment. SWAC championship 2 years straight in Jackson, Mississippi. The economic boost is tremendous, and I love it. Everyone's going to win, so we don't need robbing and stealing and hustling and shooting and all that craziness. So I think we all win, and I think we need to learn how to understand what a true blessing this is. And it's a respect. I know some fans go get a little overboard, but I have the utmost respect for this program. I really do. I really have the utmost respect for the coach, the whole program, and what they bring to the table. It's going to be exciting.
No doubt. Thank you,
Coach. It's going to be a good one.
Thank you,
I mean, look.
Next question goes.
Look, let me say this, man. Look, if Southern comes how they did versus Grambling, they're getting smoked. They're absolutely getting smoked. So I hope that they change some things with their offense. Because defensively too, that was for the first 3 quarters, that was some bullshit what they were doing. So I hope Southern gets that together so that they can put on the show. Cause I want to see some fireworks, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? I want to see this game go down to the wire. I want to see what Shedeur Sanders do in the clutch, like he did last year. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to see that happen.
Goes to Zach McKinnell.
Hope the bye week and the holidays went well for you, Coach. You were named a finalist again for the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year award, and there's only been one back-to-back winner in the history of the award, Craig Bowl, back in 2012, 2013. How much would it mean to you to be the second back-to-back winner of the Eddie Robinson Award this year?
Well, that let me answer this like a coach would.
I'm about to say
that would be tremendous. It shows how good our staff is. It shows how talented our players are. It shows the program. It shows how forward-thinking our program is, and I'm elated to even be mentioned for such a prestigious award as that. So, getting nominated in the second year straight, it's a tremendous blessing. But it's no way I could begin to take the credit without the social media team, the trainers, the equipment managers, the staff, everyone included in what all we bring to the table here in Jackson State.
And a quick follow-up about the game this weekend. What was some of the bigger things that you guys wanted to work on throughout this bye week that you guys saw on film from the Alcorn State game that you guys needed to correct going into this rematch with Southern?
Explosiveness offensively. We have explosive players. We just got to figure out a way to get them the ball doing what they do best. We got to run the football effectively. That means dominate the front line, and we have the players to do such a thing. We just got to be consistent in all the things we do. We got to finish. The thing is about the words of the week, we got to finish. We got to finish. We got to finish whatever we started. We got to flat out finish our assignment of the year, and that's to be dominant.
Thank you, Coach.
Also, limit the amount of penalties. You also want to make sure that the team is disciplined enough to not commit any stupid penalties. These last 2 weeks, maybe even 3, they led the game in penalties. I think the last 2 weeks they had double-digit penalties for like over 100 yards. So that's something that they also gonna need to cut down. Because there's been plenty of times within the last 2 or 3 weeks where they scored a touchdown or got a big gain and they got called back because of a penalty. Sure, that happened at least 3 times in the Alabama A&M game. They had like 2 or 3 touchdowns called back because of penalties. So they want to limit that. So that, look, if they clean that up, they can really wipe the floor with anybody. If they play penalty free, or at least limit the amount of penalties that they do have. So I will hope
good luck this
they
weekend.
clean that up.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Next question goes to Kendrick Marshall.
Yeah, Coach. Over the weekend, Pete Thelma with Fox Sports reported that Colorado had made you an offer to become their next head coach.
Mm-hmm.
How true is that report, and is there any mutual interest between you and the school?
Yeah, exactly. The report is true. They're not the only ones. The report is true. I'm not going to sit on here and tell all my business, but they're not the only ones. And I would be a liar if I told you they didn't. You know they did. I know they did. Everybody there know they did. So it is what it is. That's not my focus right now. My focus is to win and to be dominant, and then to and not even to go on to during the Celebration Bowl. My focus is right here in this beloved stadium to be dominant on Saturday. That's my focus. And I keeps the main thing. And everyone that knows me know that about me. I have an innate ability to focus and keep the main thing.
Let's talk about that for a moment. Because I didn't really get a chance to really speak on this whole Colorado offer thing. Fam, it's bullshit what they're doing. I think it's bullshit that they offer him the week or 2 weeks before he's getting ready to prepare for a SWAC championship game, and a bunch of other schools. Like, y'all couldn't wait. Like, y'all couldn't wait till after the season. Like, y'all don't think that's real inconsiderate of the fans of Jackson State for y'all to try and make that offer. Y'all couldn't wait until after the season was over for y'all to make him an offer at least. Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? How is the players in the locker room? Look, even if Coach Prime was even thinking about going to Colorado, right? With the reports being out there, you don't think the players would feel any type of way? You don't feel that the coaching staff is going to feel any type of way? I'm not talking about whether he's going to take a job or not. I'm talking about them putting out the offer while they're preparing for a championship game. I think that's a little inconsiderate, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have waited until after the SWAC champ. They could have waited until after the Celebration Bowl, until after the entire season was over. They could have waited for that. I just think it's just real inconsiderate, bro. But he ain't taking it. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm gonna be totally honest. And if somebody was to ask me, yo, you think Coach Sanders is gonna take the job? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, I just think that he saw for within years past, right? He saw that. I'm pretty sure he saw what other fan bases were saying about him, and I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be able to do what he's doing at Jackson State anywhere else. Like, he's not going to be able to do it. I just really don't see what Coach Prime is doing now in terms of being on social media. I don't think you are really going to see that if he goes anywhere else. Now, now the money's going to talk. And he already said before the season started or during the season, he said he was going to listen to offers. He said he said himself that he was going to listen to coaches and he was going to consider, or not consider, but sit down and talk, because he said he's going to entertain it. I don't see him taking no type of job no time soon. Or at least until Shador is gone. At least until Travis is gone. At least. Shiloh is still there. You still got Simon Craig that's still there. Like the guy that you recruited last year, some of the players that are still there, he ain't leaving them to go to Colorado. He ain't leaving. Like, I don't really understand, bro, like how these Power 5 schools are so negligent to the point where, and so ignorant, bro, to the fact that, like, you couldn't wait until after the season for you to offer him the position, bro. You couldn't wait. I just think it's just real inconsiderate, bro. But if you ask me whether I think he's taking it, no, I don't think so. Now, anybody could be wrong. I could be wrong about it, but I'm sticking with my answer. And if I'm wrong, I will come the next day and say I was wrong. But until then, no, he's not taking it. I don't think he's taking it. Like, I think. No. I think all the offers. Matter of fact, this is what I think he's doing. I think all the offers that he's taking it all in, and he's saying, "Now take that offer and take it somewhere." Cause look, like I said, man, he's gonna listen to all y'all. He's gonna listen to each and every one of them. He is gonna listen. He gonna look. He gonna listen to the number. Fam, this is genius planning that he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's got planned, but he ain't taking none of them offers, bro. He ain't taking it. That's just my assessment of it. That's how I
follow up. How do you not let these reports distract you from preparing for each week and preparing your team to play?
Well, to someone else that hadn't been that dude, it's intoxicating. I've been primed for a long time, dog.
Yeah! Talk that shit, man. I like that. Let me wind that back for a minute. I like that.
Well, to someone else that hadn't been that dude, it's
I like that.
I've been primed for a long time.
I like that. Yeah. I like that.
It ain't nothing new to me.
I like that.
Like come on.
I like that.
I'm not being braggadocious or whatever. That's a wonderful word, isn't it? Braggadocious.
I like
just
that.
Came up with that. I think I said that a few weeks ago.
What they talking about, Prime?
This ain't new to me.
I like that.
Being in the spotlight ain't new to me. I got to just turn that light and channel it to my kids, channel it to my coaching staff, channel it to the support staff. We've been in the spotlight for a long time individually. It's time to bring us collectively, and that's what I've been doing ever since I touched foot on this campus and into HBCU football.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
I like that, Coach. I like that.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody at Jackson State University are well. Shedeur Sanders, in 24 games, 6,314 passing yards, and 62 touchdowns. Talk a little bit about Shedeur, his development, and again, he's carving them up like turkeys, and he's getting better every day.
Well, we've been slacking the second half of the season.
Come on, man. You're trying to butter him up. Come on, man.
And Brett is doing a good job of that right now.
Shut up.
Lab. But Shedeur is progressing. Each week, each game, he's progressing. He called the team up at the end of practice today and got in their butts a little bit about the focus and the understanding of the challenge and what we have at hand. And they're trying to make history, and they're trying to be dominant and making it. He's a football guy. I mean, he's a coach's son. He's a football guy who loves it, lives it, eats it. He likes the snot. Now, he likes the finer things of life, but he he has to earn those things. But I love what he's putting on display, and the best is yet to come. I truly believe the best is yet to come. We do brunch every Sunday morning, he and my oldest son and my daughter. And one of the things I challenged him to, I talked about all his interceptions. And what he had, 6 of them? Six. And each one of them, the defensive back didn't make a great play. All of them was gifts that he put a bow on and just handed it to the opposing team. And I said, think about that.
That's true.
Think about those plays. And I want you to really eliminate those things, because those are decision-making flaws. And to think that you're as successful as you are, but 6 decision-making flaws you can eliminate, think about how much better you could possibly be. And those are the conversations we have, because you can't just come at him any kind of way. You got to have an intellectual part to come at him, because he knows this game. And when I'm about to get on him, he say, wait till you watch the tape. And then I watch the tape and I see what he saw. Sometimes we can be critical until we start seeing what the quarterback sees, but I'm proud of him.
That's my way of thinking.
The Eddie
I like
Robinson
that.
Trophy is on display every summer at Media Day in Birmingham. It's also earned by the winning coach. And you won it last year, and you have an extensive trophy case, and we all know that. Talk a little bit about working hard and earning another one this weekend at Jackson State, and what that could look like to add another victory as you continue to work hard and guide your team.
Well, the Bible talks about seeking ye first, and then all these things shall be added. We're trying to be dominant. We've been saying that since day one. And when you're dominant, all those things are added. All the accolades for the team, all the accolades for the coaches, all the accolades for the support staff and so forth. All those things are added. So we don't think about those things. We don't set out and say, well, we want to have the best freshman. We want to have the best this. We don't think like that. We've been saying since day one, we want to be dominant. And then all those things are therefore added.
Have a blessed week, sir.
Thank you, my man.
I'll get a few more questions in quickly. The question goes to Jeff Lightsey.
Hey, Coach Prime, I understand, just going back on the question that you were asked earlier, you said you've been Prime for a long time, but your team and your program haven't always been Prime or Deion Sanders. I just want to know, how do you prevent all the rumors that are circulating around your name, prevent it from hurting your team going into this week, or your program and recruiting and things like that?
Our team has been good since we've been here. We've been good. So I disagree with you with that. We've been good since
I'm
we've
about
been
to
here.
say, yeah, they been good since he got there.
We focus, man. Like we're dialed in. We have some really good coaches and guys that have been to the highest level of football, and we know how to focus our kids. We know how to make sure our kids are watching enough film. We know how to make sure our kids understand their alignment and assignments to another level. We know how to run a practice. At this point in practice, it don't involve a lot of contact. We want to keep them fresh and fast. We know the finer things to do because we've done them as a player, and we've been to those mountaintops and Super Bowl runs, and understanding how do you focus with everybody screaming about a Super Bowl, everybody screaming about a darn World Series. I think they got the right coach, don't you? You see how I paused in and let you kind of the thing?
What they talking about? Huh?
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yeah. All right, look, man. Yeah. So check this out, man. He's been there for over 2 years now, and I'm pretty sure that he speaks about every day about how much they are. Each and every player that's in that locker room, they know by now that their school is in the spotlight. Like, I'm pretty sure they know by now. Like, you haven't heard of any kid getting in trouble because Coach Prime always lets them know that, look, if you get into anything, you are off this team. So look, we don't know what a kid is going to react to. We don't know what they're thinking unless they tell us. If we don't hear from them, we're going to assume that everything is fine. If we don't hear anything bad coming out of Jackson State, then we know that Coach Prime got you all the way locked up. We got you all the way locked. Like, you ain't gonna hear nothing bad from the players because Coach Prime lays the law down. Like he lets them know, like, look, you doing anything, you is off this team. So look, I appreciate what Coach Prime has brought to not only, HBCUs in general, but to Jackson State themselves. Like, he has them kids in line. Like, you go out there, look, you don't talk to the other team, you play your game. Now, they still got to cut out the penalties, but, Coach Prime has them in line.
Thank you.
Last question goes to Dr. Cavill.
That my man.
Thank you. Good morning, Coach Prime. How's it going?
Good morning, sir.
You've been very consistent of talking about your team being consistent. Oftentimes we hear individuals talk about the team taking over the mindset of their coach. Going into the championship, you've been in the highest level of championships with the Super Bowl and World Series for that factor. Are there things that you're able to talk to your team or even your coaches? Many of them have been at that high level too, that translates to the college game and a second chance of a conference championship.
Yeah, a lot of things we put on the internet because we're trying to help the majority of people, not in sports, but just in life as well as in sports. Some things we don't. That happens in the meetings. We just had CEO of Under Armour, Kevin Plank, here to speak to our whole team about keeping the main thing. And then he blessed the whole team, the whole staff with new Under Armour shoes that hadn't even really come out yet.
Ooh.
So it's easy for us
to
bring in people to validate and substantiate the message that we're trying to get across with these youngsters. But the main thing is to keep the main thing. If we play our game, only we can beat us. That's not having any insult to Southern or their staff, because they have a tremendous staff.
And so I continue to analyze and see what that is about. Let's get a little more in terms of the game.
Okay.
People that followed you talk about your athletic ability, but more important, I'm not sure it's been pointed out how much you really dissect game film.
Yes.
And I'm sure that is translated from a coaching perspective.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you talk a little bit more in terms particular, how have you worked with coaches to work players in regards to how to break down film correctly, to look at certain that can be a difference of making a play, winning games, and actually obviously winning championships because you do the little thing that you see in a game?
I oftentimes will step inside a film room or a meeting with the coaches and see how they're developing the players and see how they're coaching and what they're getting across. The coaches have received direct structure from me about this week about making sure they consume a lot of film. On Thursdays, everyone has to turn in time. I'm gonna say that again. This may be different from any other coach. On Thursdays, my staff has to turn in film times from each player. So if it's defensive backs, I need to see how much film every defensive back watch because I want to make sure he's ready, he's prepared. Now, if I have a starter that plays on the defensive line and he's only watched 30 minutes of film, he might sit over on that bench for 30 minutes until that 30 minutes he lasts. Then he'll get in the game because he's not prepared. So we want to make sure
I like that
for the game.
I like that
Intellectually, physically, socially, and just understanding the moment of the game. But when they break the huddle and they get into formation, our guys are calling it out internally. They know. And when that defensive back is at this, and Shador could go over there and he could look this way and he know when they're going to blitz. So it's just his thing to get us in the right formation, to get us in the right call, to make sure we have the right protection. So one thing that we're going to be is we're going to be prepared. We're not going to be not prepared for this game. This coaches wise as well as players.
I like that.
Thank you, Coach Prime.
Thank
you this week. I look forward to the matchup.
I appreciate it.
Coach Sanders, we sincerely appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. And Dr. Kenyatta, Kabir, I just wanted you to know you won the contest of the cleanest of the year. Yeah.
All right. But man, it's going to be interesting, man. Now, I can't wait to hear what Coach Dooley has to say, but I hope Jackson State is ready. I hope they're prepared, man. This game is going to be shown on ESPN2, so I'm looking forward to seeing that, man. All right, you hear what Coach Dooley had to say.